lacrosse legend, Tewaaraton award winner, Izzy Scane. Izzy, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
It's your first time here at Sandstorm, huh?
It is. It's my first time. It's beautiful. We got perfect weather. The mountains are not hard to look at. It's yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, this is like actually probably my favorite tournament to be at. Now, you've had a lot going on in the summer. You just finished up a year in the WLL, new WLL. How was that?
It was awesome. First, we had Champ Series. It was our first professional season for the women's side. Very exciting. Got our 4 teams, New York, Maryland, Boston, and California team. And it's just great. Continuing to play lacrosse is something that at a younger age I didn't know was going to be an option. So to be able to call myself a professional lacrosse player is a pretty cool thing. And yeah, it's been great to see it grow and excited to see what it holds in the future.
Yeah, I love watching you guys play in WLL. The Champ Series was absolutely crazy. Yeah. And now the WLL just announced you guys are going to be playing alongside with the PLL every weekend, correct?
Yes, yeah, first full season. So Champ Series was a good starter, and now we have it again this year, and then we get to play, like you said, alongside the boys, which is going to be really fun and exciting. I love watching the men play as well. And we have 4 game weekends and an all-star game and a bunch of stuff going on this summer, and get to do kind of what the boys have been doing for years. So excited to see how it goes.
Well, I'm excited to watch you play. So you're on the New York Charging.
Yes.
And you play with a lot of your Northwestern girls, like, for example, legend Erin Koikendall over here. All right, she does her thing. But there's a lot of other WLL players that you see and play with. Like, who are some of those players that you're just happy to have on your squad?
On my team, on the New York team, I mean, we have a really great roster, which is really fun. We have a good group of like Syracuse girls as well, which it's so funny. We play everyone in college, and then when you get to be put on the same team, it's very exciting. So like Emily Harris-Chuck and Meg Carney, I've got to play with them and be on the same side of the team, which is a really, really nice feeling. They're great players. So them, and then, like I said, my Northwestern girls always have my spot in my heart. So it's great to have them on a roster and get to be back on the field with them, which, again, didn't think that would be an option when I graduated from school. So, yeah, they're great. Everyone's awesome players.
It's crazy watching you guys play. You guys just ball and kill it. But you played at Northwestern, and the PLL actually traveled over to Northwestern. Does Northwestern have the nicest stadium in the country?
Hands down. I think I got lucky. They finished it the year that I came in as a freshman, and our indoor facility is incredible. Our stadium's incredible. You don't really want to go in the middle of the winter, but in the summer it's beautiful. It's the best place to be, right on Lake Michigan. Grew up near Lake Michigan, so it's a perfect field. I think it is the best, and Chicago fans came very loud and proud. I feel like it was like one of the most full games I saw this year, so happy that it'll be back there this year. I hope my team's playing. That's the fingers crossed. I would love that.
Yeah. Now, at Northwestern, you guys had such a great lacrosse team, and I'm sure you've had several different memories at Northwestern, but what's one memory that sticks out to you the most?
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a tough question. I mean, a national championship is a really obvious, easy answer. I think it's one of those things that, like, obviously everyone dreams about doing, and this is why I went to Northwestern. They just had such a historic program that had won so many championships. So that was definitely one. I think just like seeing all the hard work pay off and finally getting that like coveted thing was amazing. Another one, I think probably like my first game back from tearing my ACL. I think that was a very exciting thing for me to just be back on the field, and the girls on my team are just the best people in the world, and we're just happy for me. And I mean, a lot of the small memories obviously are the ones that I'll remember when I'm older, and just basically having sisters the rest of my life is a really cool thing. But yeah, those are the ones that stand out as top of the pyramid there.
Now, you talk about tearing your ACL and coming back from it. What was that recovery process like?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's long. So I did a meniscus as well, which adds a little extra piece to it. So it's basically a year long until you're returned to play. Some people obviously go shorter or longer, but get the surgery. I had my patella tendon was the graft that they used, and then you basically have to relearn how to walk and run and dodge and change direction and learn to trust your knee again, which is a whole mental side of it. Basically took a whole year to get back. So it's a long one. It can be a bit painful, but it was one of those things, like, I'm glad it happened, because coming out of it, I feel like I came out of it stronger and a better teammate, a better person for the things that I learned through the process of the ACL tear. And I think most people that go through that injury in particular kind of have that same experience with it. So I hope everyone had the same outcome as I did.
So you talk about getting over that mental hill of tearing your ACL. Like, I know they're not the same thing. It's apples to oranges. But even when I did something minor like sprain my ankle, I was scared to even step on my ankle again, right? So how did you get over that mental hill of tearing your ACL?
Yeah, I think a big part was just like trusting my training and the people that I had like on my team working to get me back. I just trust them with like my life. They did such a good job, and I knew that. And then the biggest thing I think for me was just focusing on the fun of what I was doing. I think lacrosse is a game that like obviously brings people together, and you just love it so much. So when you get it taken away, I think the appreciation for it comes back like tenfold. So for me, it was just focusing on like enjoying and having fun and just being so happy to be back on the field with my teammates and kind of pour into them. And that allowed just for a smoother transition of, okay, don't think about myself here. Think about like I'm back with my friends and enjoying. And I think that took away the like kind of mental hill there.
Yeah, I feel like that's the hardest battle to get over.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Do you have a scar?
Oh yeah, I got a nice one here.
Oh,
it's pretty.
shoot.
They did a good job. It's a pretty thin scar.
Okay.
Healed up pretty nicely. It is crooked though. That's my one complaint. I think the swelling, like it was straight when they cut it, and then as the swelling went away, it got crooked. But yeah, I got a nice one. Everyone, it's like a battle scar for all the ACL girlies out there.
For all ACL girlies, it's crazy. All you guys have that same scar.
Yeah.
I get it. Now you're done with your career at Northwestern. You've been out of Northwestern for how many years?
2 years. Yep.
2 years.
Coming up on 2.
And what has it been like post college now?
Oh my gosh, it's been so interesting. I think I do lacrosse as my full-time job. Again, I never thought, like when I started playing lacrosse, that would be an opportunity for me. So I've gotten to travel the world. I've gone to Japan and China and all these different places, played the sport that I love, tried to grow it outside of the country, and then I pretty much travel around the U.S. and coach and have my own business that way, and then continue to play on Team USA and with the WLL. So basically just all things lacrosse for the last 2 years. So nothing will ever like replicate college lacrosse and that experience of like having a group of people that you like would just die for and play on a roster like that. But being able to continue lacrosse and see it growing and travel the world and be a part of the game that I've loved for so long has been really, really incredible. And it's been a great way of transitioning out of college lacrosse and getting to continue doing what I love as much as I have. So it's been awesome.
That is awesome. What's your favorite place that lacrosse has brought you?
Ooh, Japan is probably number one for me.
Good
went
sushi.
to Tokyo last year with the WLL. World Cup is back there this summer as well, and I'm going back with the WLL, and I think it's the coolest place in the world. It's an incredible experience. Sushi is great there. Food's incredible. The people are incredible. Everyone's just so kind and welcoming, and they love lacrosse so much. It's so cool to see how much they've improved as a nation and how many more people are playing there at like such a young age now, which is going to be awesome going like towards the Olympics. I think they've got a shot of doing really well, which is cool to see. So Tokyo is probably my number one, but I've been to a lot of very cool places. I can't complain about where I've gone.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite places lacrosse has brought me is Chicago.
Yeah,
It's Chicago.
It's the best place.
Chicago was awesome.
The best city in the world.
I was really impressed with getting down to Chicago and just being in that area where the downtown and everything. I had too much fun over there.
Yeah.
I only need them a weekend like that once a year.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? It was absolutely a great time.
I'm glad you liked it as much as you did. I love it. Don't go back in the winter. It'll change your opinion a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm
Just
not.
slightly.
I'm not. You know what's crazy though? People don't realize like Lake Michigan looks like an ocean.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's
People call it like they forget and say like the ocean because it's so big. It's
huge.
The biggest lake. Yeah, it's in the summer, like I said, it's like you're on the ocean. It's amazing, but it's not saltwater, which is so nice. And I'm a big lake girl. Like I obviously grew up in Michigan, so I prefer lakes. We have the Great Lakes and all that, but Lake Michigan, it's basically an ocean, but like without all the worst things about the ocean. So like the saltwater, the sharks, all that good stuff. So
saltwater's not that bad. I'm a Jersey Shore type of guy, so saltwater's not that bad.
I knew that's a harsh opinion. Most people don't agree with me on that one.
It's not bad. So I love it though. So with you playing for the New York Charging this year, what are you guys looking forward to most this year?
Ooh, I mean, hope to try to win a championship this year. We lost in the championship game last year. I'm excited for the new girls on our roster. We kind of cycled in and out some girls, a couple new players that I haven't played with recently are going to be joining the roster, which I think is really exciting. And then the summer season is something I love. I love sixes, but full field is obviously the game that like I grew up playing and love to do. So sixes will be great, but getting to go on a full field setting and just kind of grow that roster and get to play with even more players and play against such incredible players on the other rosters. I think those are the things that I definitely am looking forward to. And then just also getting a new group of friends together and getting to know each other that way is always a fun thing to bond on and off the field.
I've never kept up with women's lacrosse more than I did now. Because it's crazy. I was looking at your waiver wire and I was like, no way. Oh, she got picked up. Yeah, I'm like, this is crazy.
So awesome.
It's actually really cool. I mean, it's about time you guys get like the platform you guys.
Appreciate that.
All right. So I want to know this. So you won the Tewaaraton, all right? The most prestigious award in probably all of lacrosse, definitely, besides the national championship, right? But winning the Tewaaraton, would your younger self ever believe that you would be winning a Tewaaraton?
Just no way. No, I think it's funny. Like you have those lofty goals, like when you're young, and then as you get older, you're like, okay, that's a little bit of a far-fetched idea. I think like getting to Northwestern, and it's like I always wanted to go to Northwestern, so that was such a big dream for me. So when that came true, that was so incredible. So to go even farther past that to a national championship in Tewaaraton, it's definitely nothing that I thought was a possibility for me growing up in Michigan and playing lacrosse. So I'm very lucky. I got lucky with the teams that I was on at Northwestern. The players made me the player that I was. So no, I definitely didn't imagine that at a young age, but it's a very, very cool thing.
All right, so before we get out of here, Izzy, all right, I need to know your Mount Rushmore of lacrosse players.
Oh my goodness, wow. That's a good question. I don't want to offend anyone. There's so many good.
I mean, I feel like the names you bring up, like nobody
no
could
one's
be offended.
gonna argue. Yeah, you're right. Let me think. I'm gonna go. Kayla Trainer is in there, current U.S. coach right now. So.
Penn State.
Oh yeah, Penn State now too. She was just insane at Syracuse. I think she's just unstoppable. I think Charlotte's now in there. She's got to be. She's just what she's done for the sport's incredible. This is Northwestern. Kelly Amonte. Well, she at Maryland when she was as good as she was, but she was a dog, All-American, World Championships, National Championships, and I'm not biased at all saying that. And then my last one. Oh my gosh. Like Taylor Cummings comes to mind.
Good
She's
pick.
Just also like a legend.
Good pick.
But I don't know, it's hard. Like it's hard to see like with the different generations and how the style of lacrosse has changed. There's definitely people like in our current player pool of people that I could see being on that Mount Rushmore, but they just need some more years behind them.
I think that's the fun part about the question because you can answer it so many different ways, and it's your Mount Rushmore, so you can't necessarily be wrong.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There you go. Some defenders would pick like defenders in there. I wish I knew more defenders growing up, but I feel like I always paid more attention to the attack side.
I'm the same way. Don't even worry.
But those are four that come to mind as I quickly think about it. I'm going to look back and be like, oh, I missed someone, but.
Well, don't worry about it. I'm super excited to watch you this summer. All right, you know I'm a fan of you guys. I'll be over there. You might see me making some TikToks or something about you guys. All right.
I would love so. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me. All right.
Thanks for having me.
I will see you soon.
Awesome. Yeah.